for listening to GCN. Be sure to visit GCNlive.com today.
Speaking of retinol, I got a letter from a gal. She may be listening. She wrote, I want to try retinol. I like your retinol, and I've been listening to you talking about retinol, but I found this retinol cream on the internet for $10 for an ounce. Now, of course, that got my attention because retinol is really expensive stuff. Gram for gram, it's like the price of gold. Not quite, but it's pretty darn expensive. So this product was 2.5% retinol cream for $10 for an ounce. And I was like, it was $30 for an ounce for this one. There was another one they had for $10 an ounce. Of course, that got my attention because I've been working with retinol for 30 plus years, folks, since 1983. That's when I first formulated my first retinol and retinoic acid products. So I know quite a bit about retinol. I've been studying retinol for decades. I've been using it for decades on patients. I've been working with it in the laboratory. I've been researching it via textbooks and the internet. I know quite a bit about it. And I'll tell you, there's no way that you can have a product like this. But nonetheless, I went on Amazon and it said retinol, 2.5%. I was like, what? That can't be. And then I looked at the ingredients. They had the ingredients on the Amazon.com website. I'm looking at the ingredients. And then I knew it was baloney. Because retinol is incredibly unstable. It takes serious formulation know-how to keep it stable and to use high quantities. My retinol 5% gel, you're not going to see that anywhere, folks. That is the culmination of 30-plus years of experience in the laboratory, experience in the pharmacy, experience with patients, experience in research. You're not going to see that anywhere. It's nowhere to be found except on truthtreatments.com. So anyway, 2.5% retinol, man, that got my attention. And then I looked at the ingredients and I saw bull crap because it's just a regular old cream, and on the ingredient deck it says retinol. So sure enough, I had to buy it because I had to see what the heck they're talking about. How could that be? And I got it this weekend. And this is the biggest bunch of baloney, and it's dishonest. It's a fraud, and it's why the skincare business it has such a lousy reputation. And I'm going to tell you, the company's name is Watts Beauty, and they should be ashamed of themselves. This is an outright fraud. Retinol doesn't exist you can't put retinol in a regular cream, first of all. So I knew it was a fraud just by looking at the ingredient deck. But now I'm looking at the product and it's white. Retinol's yellow. And it smells like retinol, like vitamin A. This doesn't have any smell. It has a perfumey smell. And it's white. How can a company live with themselves? How do people live with themselves? Watts Beauty Retinol Cream, 2.5%. Optimized retinol cream. Baloney. Bull. It's not an optimized retinol cream. It's a piece of junk. And you get what you pay for, by the way. Anyway, that just ticked me off when I saw that. I had to tell you that. All right. I want to continue talking about metabolic syndrome. We're talking about vitamin E and metabolic syndrome. Metabolic syndrome is just a fancy way of saying your blood sugar is messed up. Now, there's lots of things that happen when your blood sugar is messed up, especially cardiovascular-wise, heart-wise, blood pressure-wise, circulatory system-wise, and of course, because the circulatory system is associated with every single organ, structure, cell in the body, once you have circulation problems, everything else gets messed up. And not only that, but because the body is always reading circulation, it always wants to know what's happening, the brain particularly always wants to know what's happening in the circulation. Once the circulation gets thrown off, all the hormones get thrown off, especially thyroid hormone and all your steroid hormones. This is the triangle of disease. It starts off with the digestive system, it works into the blood sugar system, and that means metabolic syndrome. And then you go into your thyroid, and then you start to affect the thyroid and the adrenal glands. That's the triangle of disease. Digestion, blood sugar, adrenal thyroid complex, which is to say, after digestion, sensitizing your body to insulin. Metabolic syndrome is when the cells don't listen to insulin. Remember, insulin is a garage door opener. The garage doors are on the cells. The cells open up the garage door when insulin is present and nutrition comes into a cell. Once that system breaks down, that's called insulin resistance, garage door opener resistance, cells don't get fed. All cells, bone cells, brain cells, liver cells, intestinal cells, skin cells, you name it. That means anything's possible once that garage door opener doesn't work, once insulin resistance kicks in. But most especially the biggest problems associated with garage door opener resistance, insulin resistance, metabolic syndrome, involves the circulatory system. And that means from that point forward, if you're dealing with any health challenge, no matter what it is, working on your blood sugar, sensitizing your body to insulin is key. It's so important to understand this triangle of disease, these 3 points of disease, because once we understand these 3 points of disease, the digestive system, the blood sugar system, and then the adrenal thyroid complex, and really it's only 2 points because the adrenal thyroid follows those 2 points, the digestion and blood sugar. So really, once we understand digestion and blood sugar, digestion, blood sugar, digestion, and blood sugar, once we understand the link between the digestive system and the blood sugar system to all disease, we will be free from medical tyranny, from even non-medical alternative practitioner ideas of specific protocols for this problem and specific programs and specific supplements. Oh, I have MS, I need this vitamin. Oh, I have acne, I need that mineral. It doesn't work that way, folks. Yes, you need all your vitamins and your minerals. You need your Mighty 90 essential nutrients. But as long as you understand these 2 points, everything else will just follow naturally. Work on the digestive system by doing a food diary, using your Biolumin Nightly Essence. Make sure you're on your ultimate enzymes. It wouldn't hurt to add lecithin and bile salts and betaine, HCl, and all things we talk about on this program all the time. Things that coat and soothe the digestive system, caloric restriction, fasting, which also helps the second point, the blood sugar system. Make sure you reduce your intake of sugar. Make sure you reduce your intake of calories. Skip breakfast. Yes, breakfast is the most important meal. It's the most important meal to skip. You have a fast going. Keep your fast going. Restrict the amount of calories. Don't snack. Despite what you hear from the mainstream medical model and nutritionists, don't snack. You'll resensitize your cells to the garage door opener, and every single health system will improve.
By now you know that wireless technology like cell phones do in fact pose dangers to the health and privacy of everyone. Block-It Pocket's wide range of products are unmatched in providing the protection you deserve. No scare tactics, just common sense. BlockItPocket.com offers quality American-made options to alleviate and eliminate these invisible dangers. Learn more at BlockItPocket.com or call 888-315-9618. BlockItPocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
911, what is your emergency?
There's somebody in my house. Hurry, please.
A home break-in happens every 22 seconds. Homes without a security system are up to 3 times more vulnerable to a burglary. That's why there's Simply Safe. In an emergency, our advanced wireless technology alerts police up to 10 times faster, and your connection to emergency services can't be cut because Simply Safe doesn't rely on landlines. Simply Safe costs less than half what traditional companies charge, just $14.99 a month, and there's no commitment to an annual contract. Protect your family with the highest caliber security. Go now to simplysafedefense.com and get 10% off with free shipping and a 3-year warranty. Hurry, and you'll also receive a keychain remote worth $25. Try Simply Safe for a full 60 days. You'll feel confident that your family is safe or your money back. Go to simplysafedefense.com right now. simplysafedefense.com.
Are your Google search results killing you? Unflattering content in blogs, news articles, online reviews, social media, or other sources can jeopardize your reputation, your business, and your livelihood. Let Reputation.com help. Our patented technology will make the truth about you more visible while pushing down unwanted negative content. Improve your Google search results. Call Reputation.com at 1-800-831-0771 for a free consultation. That's 800-831-0771.
There's one major factor affecting the health of millions, and most people are completely unaware. Acid levels. Soda, meat, dairy, caffeine, and sugar can all lead to elevated acid levels in the body. AlkaVision Plasma pH drops get the body's pH levels back in perfect balance. It's a holistic, natural, and powerful approach that will give you greater health, vitality, and zest for life. AlkaVision Plasma pH drops. Visit alkavision.com. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com.
Pharmacist Ben Fuchs knows the importance of proper digestion.
Make sure you take a look at the ultimate enzyme product. They're made with bile salts and fat digestion enzymes and protein digestive enzymes. And not only do the ultimate enzymes give you obvious benefits for digestion, but they can also help keep your blood flowing through your circulatory system. As most of you probably know by now, thick, sludgy, clotting blood is a serious risk factor for heart disease and stroke. Clearly, inappropriate and excessive blood clotting is a major health issue, and thick, sludgy blood is not just about heart health either. Sludgy blood can compromise oxygenation and nutrient delivery to all your cells and tissues and organs, and ultimately lead to almost any health issue you can name.
Concerned about proper digestion and heart health? Order Ultimate Enzymes by calling 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470, or on the web at brightsideben.com. That's brightsideben.com. Order today.
Are your Google search results killing you? Unflattering content in blogs, news articles, online reviews, social media, or other sources can jeopardize your reputation, your business, and your livelihood. Let Reputation.com help. Our patented technology will make the truth about you more visible while pushing down unwanted negative content. Improve your Google search results. Call Reputation.com at 1-800-831-0771 for a free consultation. That's 800-831-0771.
Okay, so Bright Side's about taking our power back from the medical model, using nutrition, using common sense strategies, basically working on the digestive system and the blood sugar system, making sure we are relaxing our body. Not that I'm diminishing, not that I'm marginalizing the importance of nutrition, folks. It's just that it's not, I have this disease, I take this vitamin. I call it this for that. It's not this for that. As yes, vitamin E can help you if you have if you have problems with sore muscles. Vitamin E can help you with your brain. The B complex can help you with energy. Vitamin C can help you if you help support your immune system if you're catching colds. But that's not the point of nutrition. The point of nutrition is to give the body what it needs so it can do the work, not to cure specific diseases with specific vitamins, but more like to give the body the essential nutrients. Essential means essential. It means you can't live without it. So when we talk about essential nutrients, we mean it's like air. It's like water. You're not going to reverse diabetes with air. You're not going to reverse diabetes with water, but you're going to be dead without air and dead without water. It's not like you take air, you breathe air or drink water to cure your diabetes, but without diabetes and air, you're dead. It's likewise with nutrition. We don't want to think, oh, I take selenium or I take the B vitamins for my diabetes. We think you take the B vitamins and selenium so your body can be whole and strong and powerful. This is where we get into issues. Oh, I took vitamin C and I still had a cold. Oh, I took zinc and I still had diabetes. This is where that craziness, where I took this formula or this supplement and it didn't work, so nutrition is silly, comes from. And this is something that's perpetuated by the medical model because they look at nutrition like drugs. And that's why we get these articles and these studies that come out periodically where, oh, omega-3s didn't help for heart disease. Oh, vitamin E didn't improve wound healing. Well, it doesn't work that way. You get on the Mighty 90 essential nutrients because it's like air. It's like water. It's essential. The Mighty 90 essential nutrients. When you hear the word essential, think air. All right, so as far as metabolic syndrome goes, a master key to good health and wellness is stabilizing your blood sugar system. From the American Journal of Obstetrics and Gynecology article published last Friday, new study indicates that metformin, that's a diabetes drug, one of the most, maybe the most important diabetes drug. New study indicates that metformin has the potential to prevent and treat pre-eclampsia. Pre-eclampsia is a condition that affects pregnant women towards the end of their pregnancy. It involves high blood pressure, and it's actually a leading cause. It may be the leading cause. I think it is the leading cause of maternal death. It happens 100 times a day. Somebody dies from preeclampsia. It's a major, major, major blood pressure emergency that's associated with pregnancy. But they give you metformin for it, or at least according to the study, metformin has a potential to prevent it. Why? Because blood sugar is underneath, or dysglycemia, messed up blood sugar, is underneath it. This is what I've been telling you. Yeah, they call it preeclampsia. Yeah, it's associated with pregnancy. But underneath, you get the same problem that 100 million Americans have that aren't pregnant. Messed up blood sugar. You see how simple this is? If we just work on our digestive system, if we just focus on the blood sugar system, those two things alone, and then maybe a little bit of relaxation, that's it, folks. Get on a supplement program. Relax the body. Focus on your blood sugar system by eating less sugar. Focus on the digestive system by eating less food. Using all the things we've talked about for working on restoring your digestive health. And then maybe a little exercise. And that's it. And the Mighty 90 essential nutrients. This is simple, you guys. You're not going to hear commercials for fasting and caloric restriction. You'll hear plenty of commercials for drugs, but you're not going to hear any commercials for fasting and for caloric restriction. But if you're not fasting, you're not restricting your calories, you're not on the Mighty 90 essential nutrients, you're missing out on powerful tools for extending your life, for fighting cancer, for preventing cancer, for reducing the progression of any disease, and for reducing the likelihood of any long-term degenerative disease. When it comes to metabolic syndrome, resensitizing our body to insulin, the garage door opener, is key, and that means fasting and restricting your intake of calories, as well as getting on the Mighty 90 essential nutrients, particularly the water-soluble electrical ones. Those are the ones we run deficient in quickly because we urinate them out. And vitamin E is also helpful. It's not water-soluble, but it can also be helpful for metabolic syndrome. Vitamin E is a liver vitamin. Fatty liver disease affects 100 million Americans. Vitamin E is protective against all fats. That's what we've been saying. Vitamin E is your fat protection vitamin. That's why vitamin E is important for the brain. That's why vitamin E is important for the outside part of a cell, so-called cell membrane. And vitamin E is also fundamental for liver health. You're not going to find vitamin E in food. That's one that you got to supplement with. Love your liver. Lots of things you could do for your liver. The liver is a sugar processing organ, so it makes sense that we'd all have, or 1 out of 3 of us would have liver problems, fatty liver disease. Fructose, by the way, fruit sugar, is particularly stressful on the liver. High fructose corn syrup. Do you think that has something to do with our epidemic of fatty liver disease? I'd say it's a pretty good chance that our intake of high fructose corn syrup, which has increased dramatically at the same time that liver disease has increased dramatically, I would say the odds are pretty good that there's a connection there. And by the way, prescription drugs, metformin, glucophage, diabetes drugs, all prescription drugs, chemotherapy. Guess what organ it is that has to process all of those drugs? Yes, the liver. You never hear about this as a side effect. It's not even a side effect. It's an effect. We think of side effects when we think of the toxicities associated with drugs, but the fact that the liver has to clear the drug out, that means an effect of the drug is going to be a burden on the liver. Oh, and by the way, you burn through nutrition when you're on prescription drugs. The more drugs we take, the more we need nutrition. This crazy idea that, that nutrient will interfere with your drug. I mean, it sounds funny when you think about it, but it's not funny because doctors believe this. They'll tell you, that drug, that vitamin is going to interfere with your chemotherapy. Vitamin E will interfere with your chemotherapy. Vitamin C will interfere with your chemotherapy. Vitamin E is one of the most important supplements to take if you're on chemotherapy. Will it interfere with it? It'll make it work better. It'll make you feel better. From the journal, let's see, what journal is this from? I can't even see what journal this is from. This is from Crossmark, which is a service that I subscribe to where I get all kinds of journal articles. This one, I can't even see where this one's from here. Anyway, conclusion. This phase 3 study confirms the neuroprotective role of vitamin E against cisplatin peripheral neurotoxicity. Cisplatin is one of the nastiest of all chemotherapy drugs. Another one, vitamin E supplementation in cancer patients may have important neuroprotective effect. Another one, supplementation of patients receiving cisplatin with vitamin E decreases the incidence of neurotoxicity. Another one, vitamin E may be an effective therapy in patients with chemotherapy-induced mucositis. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll be back after this. Let's see here. Anything else I want to tell you? We're going to talk tomorrow about vitamin E and the lymphatic system, and vitamin E and vitamin E's favorite mineral. There's a particular mineral that works hand in hand with vitamin E. We'll talk about that tomorrow. And we'll also talk about vitamin E and estrogen. Do you know vitamin E is protective against estrogenic health issues, and it helps balance out estrogen. It's one of those antagonistic kinds of vitamins that has an antagonistic effect against estrogen. We'll talk about that tomorrow as we continue talking hormone health in the skin, particularly the steroid hormones, the fatty steroid hormones, which are made in the adrenal glands and the ovaries. Okay, 844-236-6010 is our number. Marilyn in Michigan, what's up? Welcome to the bright side. Hello, Marilyn. Hey,
yes, I'm
I
here.
think we got some background. Hang on a second, Marilyn. Hey, Scotty, turn that.
I'm on.
No, I know. You hang on tight, Marilyn. That's okay. Go ahead, Marilyn.
I want to know how I can get your product, the Retinol A. How do I order it?
Retinol. Okay, great.
And
I'm
how
glad
much
you
is
asked
it?
that. It's $179. It's an ounce. It lasts you about 5 to 6 months. Use it once or twice a week, and it is powerful stuff. In addition to having the same amount of retinol that you would get, or the same retinoid effect that you would get from a prescription product. I formulated it to be the equivalent of 0.05% Retin A. There's 100 times difference between retinol and Retin A. In addition to being equipotent, having the same potency as Retin A, 0.05% prescription, it is a vitamin C product too. So you get a whole big old dose of very premium vitamin C, no preservatives, no wax, no oil, no silicone, no filler, no nothing that you can react to. Most people don't get any kind of irritation or reaction, but you will flake from it. And it's especially effective, by the way, for pimples or for age spots, things that you want to flake off rapidly. And you can find it at truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com, TRUTHTREATMENTS, truthtreatments.com. Does that help? Use it sparingly, though, Marilyn. Don't use it too much because it is pretty powerful stuff.
Does it work for an old lady that has wrinkles?
It will work. Here's the deal with retinol. You'll get, and with all my Truth products, really, you get an immediate effect. You'll get an effect that will manifest itself on the skin surface. The smoothness, softness, a color change to the skin. These are surface effects, and you'll get that immediately. But the long-term effects, they require migration of the active ingredient down to the lower levels of the skin. This will occur, and you will get long-term effects in improving wrinkles and fine lines and crow's feet and preventing them. And even if you use it long enough, or for enough time, you'll actually, according to the literature anyway, reverse, or potentially reverse crow's feet and fine lines and wrinkles. Now, I don't know what your skin looks like, so I can't tell you specifically how long it'll take for you, but I can tell you that you will definitely 100% notice results quickly, and then also notice results in terms of anti-aging over the long term as well.
So it works on deep lines too?
Absolutely, deep line, any lines. It doesn't work on the fine. It doesn't work on the lines. It works on the collagen, which then works on the lines.
Okay.
See the difference? We're not working on the lines. The lines are there. We're working on the new connective tissue. Now, keep in mind, Marilyn, topical skincare is only a part of the puzzle. You got to be on your glucogel caps, and you got to be doing your protein and essential fats and Mighty 90 essential nutrients. All the things we talk about every day here on the program. Okay. Thank you. Happy New Year. God bless you. We'll talk to you again soon. Thank you. Okay, Robert in Vegas. Welcome to the bright side. What's up?
Yeah, Ben, thanks a lot for taking my call. Appreciate it. I'll be quick. I was listening to a broadcast of Jim Mars. He's a investigator.
I know Jim Mars. I just bought his latest book, actually.
Yeah, I need to buy this book. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
When I went into the archives of his new show he's got, and a young lady named Chris Ann Hall, who does constitutional speeches, classes and such around the country, started off talking about how she fought a candida overgrowth in her body. And she went on a specific diet to get rid of it, and she's much better now. But while she was talking about her issue with it a few years back, she said that the body naturally produces candida.
Yes,
now,
she's
I
right.
found that interesting because number one, it's toxic, but number two,
it's a balance thing, Robert. Robert, it's a balance thing. You know, we live, E. coli. You've heard of E. coli, right? It's been in the news lately with chip. Do you know that's a natural bacteria in your intestine?
Yeah.
It's part of you. You know, we live in symbiotic relationship, in a participatory relationship with bacteria, with fungus. We all live together. But it's the balance that counts, because we have this epidemic, and I use that word advisedly, because we have this epidemic of messed up gut bacteria. All right? Technically, they call it dysbiosis, messed up gut bacteria, excuse me, the yeast overgrow. Yeast and bacteria live in a balance. You know, if you're healthy, there's just enough yeast, there's just enough bacteria, they all live together in a balance. But when the bacteria die off, because of antibiotics in the water, because antibiotics that we take as prescription, because of antibiotics in our food, fish and chicken and meat and pork, because of excess amounts of sugar, because of poor digestive health, all of these reasons conspire to mess up our gut bacteria. The fungus overgrow. Candida overgrows. So the way you restore yourself, restore the balance, is by working on your digestive system. That's what this gal did. You go on a low carbohydrate diet because sugar feeds the bad bacteria, and yeast love sugar too. Yeah, zero tolerance. If you got a candida issue, but here's the thing, Robert. I'll tell you what to do in a second. You can go on the internet and you'll get all these candida remedies, candida formulas, candida pills, candida supplements, things that get rid of candida, but they're not addressing the cause. And this is what I've been talking about. This, you know what I'm saying? So don't fall for the silliness. Stabilize your gut bacteria by using all the digestive health strategies we talk about. Get on the Biolumin Nightly Essence. Make sure you're eating fermented food, drinking your celery juice and vegetable juice, using apple cider vinegar. It's all the things we talk about on this program. Then you work on your sugar, restrict the amount of calories you're getting from sugar. Use the Mighty 90 to help you process sugar. The body will restore the balance itself. You don't need any magical formulas for candida. It's just doing the same things you do if you have cancer or an autoimmune disease or heart disease or Alzheimer's disease or anything else. And doesn't that simplify things, Robert?
Well, it does.
Right?
And she said it also causes Candida loves sugar. It
loves
makes
sugar.
You eat more of it.
It makes you eat more of it.
This
woman's right on.
Cancer.
She's right on. What's her name? What's this gal's name?
Chris Ann Hall. She's a constitutional lawyer, writer.
She's right on.
Classes across the country, and she just mentioned that before she got into her spiel.
Tell me about.
I thought that was.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I was just going to say, I just saw it fascinating. I was like, why would your body create something that's toxic? You just explained it because it's a delicate balance.
It's a balance, yes. Hey, where's Jim Marr's show on? What network?
It's on, I think it's called talklive.com or something like that.
All right, I'll look it up.
I'll shoot you an email with the link.
Would you do that? Ben at ksco.com. That's great. I love Jim Marr's. Love his stuff.
But it was fascinating. It was fascinating.
Take care, Robert. Thank you, man.
Bud. You just answered the question.
Happy holidays, dude. All right. Hang tight if you're on hold. We will get to you when we come back. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. We will return right after this with more good health information and your phone calls. Don't go away. Okay, we are back on The Bright Side. I am Pharmacist Ben from the Associated Press. Hillary Clinton announced Tuesday a $2 billion annual effort to cure Alzheimer's disease by 2025. I am telling you, what does she do? $2 billion to do what? How are you going to cure Alzheimer's disease? It's a chemistry issue. It's a blood issue. It's a food issue. You don't cure it, you bonehead. Hillary, that is. You just change lifestyles. A second study from the same. This one is from the Journal of the American Medical Association, Neurology. Insulin resistance increases risk for Alzheimer's disease. Hello, where have you heard that before? Another one from Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism. Diabetes complications linked to rising risk of dementia. You guys, it's so simple. It is so basic. Hillary Clinton's going to take $2 billion these days. That's chump change, of course, but whatever. Last year, the government spent $500 million on Alzheimer's disease. This year, they want to spend $1 billion on Alzheimer's disease. Total costs exceed $1 trillion by 2050, according to estimates. Do you know Alzheimer's disease is the 6th leading cause of death in the United States and disproportionately impacts people of color, minorities, and Hispanics, which, by the way, all degenerative diseases disproportionately impact minorities. 2 out of 3 Alzheimer's patients are women, implying a connection or relationship to inflammation and the female hormone estrogen, which, by the way, works hand in hand with sugar. Sugar potentizes, insulin potentizes the inflammatory effects of estrogen. So if you're having an autoimmune disease also, by the way, which is classically affects women more than men, that's another reason to restrict your intake of fast-burning carbohydrates and sugars and support sugar metabolism. Okay, don't mean to beat a dead horse here. Time to go back to our phones. George in Maryland, what's going on? Welcome to the bright side.
Hi, Pharmacist Ben. Thank you for taking my call.
Sure.
I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and I'm scheduled to take these injections of Rebif. And
okay.
I don't want to do that.
I don't blame you. You're not paying for this. Your insurance company, I hope, is paying for it because that stuff's expensive.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's the drug they're giving you suppresses your immune system. Long story short. Okay, that's the strategy. The high-tech drugs that they use now are high-tech immune suppressants. They're still the same mechanism, just like prednisone. They shut down the immune system. Doctors, in their infinite wisdom, believe that if you suppress immunity, you'll be better off. Now, a kindergarten child will tell you that's stupidity. You never suppress the immune system. That's like a country saying, well, if we're being attacked by another country and we tell our Defense Department to stand down, the war will be over. That's the same logic. You don't suppress the immune system if you want to get better. You strengthen the immune system. You make it stronger. You potentize it, not suppress it. But what you got to do, first and foremost, in addition to strengthening your immune system, which you always want to do, you have to remove the offending agent. Multiple sclerosis and all autoimmune diseases are the sign that something is getting into the blood that shouldn't be. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay, you with me so far?
Yes.
Okay, so this is why everybody who has MS or who has an autoimmune disease of any kind will notice, if they pay attention, sometimes it goes under the radar, but if they pay attention, they'll notice they also have some kind of digestive health issues. All right, you with me so far, George?
Yes, I am.
And usually they're long-standing. By the time autoimmune symptoms kick in, the digestive symptomology has been going on for a long time and typically under the radar. Do a food diary first and foremost. If you want quick relief from your symptoms, fast. Go to WebMD, which is no fan of alternative or nutritional medicine, of course, WebMD, and look up MS and fasting. And they'll say right on their website, fasting reduces the symptoms of multiple sclerosis. Well, why? Because when you eat, inflammation goes up. And when inflammation goes up, immune symptoms show up. So something as simple as fasting can reduce your symptoms, can dramatically reduce your symptoms, but caloric restriction, you can't fast. Obviously, you have to eat. You can't fast forever. So caloric restriction, especially from sugar. Do a food diary and look for particular foods that are problematic, that cause digestive issues or cause a flare-up in your inflammatory symptoms, in your MS symptoms, and those are foods you need to eliminate. In conjunction, get on the ultimate enzymes. Use them with all your meals. In fact, you might even want to use them on an empty stomach in between meals. Make sure you're using the Biolumin Nightly Essence, again, on an empty stomach. You can take them with meals, but you can also take them on an empty stomach as well. There's an enzyme in the Biolumin Nightly Essence called nattokinase, which is particularly helpful for the blood. 3 in the morning, 3 at night on your Biolumin Nightly Essence. I would also be using the Fuchs Z, 3 in the morning and 3 at night. Make sure you're doing the Healthy Start Pack. If you want to throw in some additional nutrients, take extra vitamin A, 20,000 IU a day. Take extra zinc, picolinate. Second word is important, picolinate, Picolinate, 50 milligrams a day. I'll be using the Ultimate Selenium, 600 micrograms a day, and I'd probably throw in some vitamin E, 400 international units a day, mixed tocopherols, and then you might want to also toss in some alpha lipoic acid, 400 or 500 milligrams a day, and NAC, a couple hundred milligrams a day. Anything you could do to support sugar metabolism will help. B vitamins, Beyond Tangy Tangerine, chromium and vanadium. That list is by no means comprehensive. There's lots of other things you need. Vitamin D, by the way, is also very important for MS. There's a relationship between vitamin D deficiency and multiple sclerosis. Vitamin D is one of the most important of the immune-boosting vitamins. And, of course, good old sunshine is the best way to get your vitamin D. And good old sunshine is one of the best ways to reduce inflammatory symptoms associated with all autoimmunity, including multiple sclerosis. Again, that's not comprehensive. There's many more things that you might want to consider, but that's a great start. Anything else, my friend?
That's it. Thank you so much.
George, take care. Have a beautiful day, and I hope that helps. Let's see here. Let's go to Helena. Is this Helena, Montana? On in Helena, Montana. I guess. Is this on? On?
Oh, hi, Ben.
Hi, On. Are you in Helena, Montana? Is that what that says?
No,
or is your name
Helena? I'm in Salinas.
Oh, you're in Salinas. Salinas. Okay. What's up, On? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Hanging in there.
Okay.
My question is about cholesterol.
Okay.
How does
lowering it?
Cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, is it, if it's really high, what?
No, don't ever say bad cholesterol, good cholesterol. That's the realm of nincompoops. Good cholesterol. Or people who are talking to you like you're a nincompoop. That's childish. Cholesterol is just cholesterol. There's no good and there's no bad cholesterol. This is just a marketing phrase. The fact is that cholesterol is the single most important biomolecule in your body. Now, there may be arguments. I don't know how anybody could argue that. It's vital, all of it. Some cholesterol gets stored, they call that good. Some cholesterol gets used, they call that bad. That's what good and bad is. But it's from a chemical standpoint, there's no such thing.
So LDL is what?
Low density. It's low dense. It's light. It floats, and that's the stuff they say is bad. But it's very important for the immune system. It's also used to make cells. So bodybuilders will have higher LDL. When you're recovering from surgery, you'll have higher LDL because your body's using it. Okay, but the logic is that the more you're using, the more is floating around in the blood, the more problems you're going to have. It's bad logic. Here's how you lower cholesterol. Lower your sugar and work on the triangle. There's a very important connection between the thyroid, and almost everybody who's got high cholesterol has low thyroid, hypothyroidism, because that's part of the triangle. So what you do is you do the same thing you do for all other health challenges. Focus on sugar, though, because when the body, cholesterol is a building substance. Cholesterol is used to build things, to build muscle cells, to build cells. It's a prime building element in the body. So when we eat lots of sugar, the body says, oh, we must be in building mode, because that's typically, for thousands of years, that's when we had sugar, we were in building mode. It was the summertime. Over the last couple hundred years, we get sugar all year round. This is new to the body. The body's not used to that. When it sees sugar, it thinks building. Unfortunately, these days, we're getting sugar and we're not building, so the cholesterol is just floating around. It's not going to be used anywhere. So we got to restrict our sugar and improve the body's ability to handle sugar. If you just take niacin, all right, and I don't like this, as I said in the beginning of the program, I'm not a big believer in just take this for that. But if you want to demonstrate for yourself the power of nutrition for lowering blood cholesterol and for improving many of the markers of poor health, just get on time to release niacin. Now again, I'm not saying that you want to only use niacin, but I'm just saying for demonstration purposes, get on time release niacin, 250 milligrams or so a day, and watch what happens. Do it for a month. Watch what happens to your blood sugar and your blood fats. You still need your Bs, you still need your Healthy Start Pack, you still need to work on the triangle of disease, but this will be indicative, illustrative of how powerful nutrition can be when it comes to readjusting health markers. You still need everything else, though. Thanks for listening, friends. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Have a wonderful, beautiful, spectacular day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.
Did you know that home break-ins increase more than 100% during the holidays? It takes just 10 seconds for an intruder to kick in your door, but police response to a home alarm system is more than 20 minutes, and intruders are in and out of your home in 5 minutes. Thieves know that you're not home and have presents inside just waiting to be taken. And if you are home, how safe will you feel with an intruder lurking inside with your family? That's why police across the country are recommending you use Door Armor. Proven to withstand the force of a battering ram, Door Armor keeps intruders out. It's easy to install and barely visible, and your Door Armor is guaranteed for life. Go to InvasionStopper.com for a very special buy one, get one at half off deal. These savings are for a limited time and only available to GCN listeners. Protect your valuables and loved ones this holiday season. Go to InvasionStopper.com now. That's InvasionStopper.com.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich, working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare, having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom106.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom106.com. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You be the boss. Go to freedom106.com.
Non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states. Attention Xarelto users. If you or a loved one took Xarelto and suffered a serious bleeding event, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Xarelto is a popular prescription blood thinner used to prevent blood clots and protect patients from strokes. These serious bleeding events have led to numerous cases of hospitalization and even death. Phone lines are open 24/7. Call 800-261-0937. That's 800-261-0937.
So you've got to take a state construction license exam or certification. Can't decide on what books or what chapters to study? Discover right now how you can eliminate unnecessary books and wasted study time. At contractorexam.com, our study materials zero in on state-required test topics in an effective, multiple-choice format. So whether you're a plumber, electrician, general contractor, or other construction-related trade, contractorexam.com will help get you prepared. Visit us at www.contractorexam.com today.
We all know that Berkey Water Purification Systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 6 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey Water Filtration Systems. The Berkey Light Systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light System today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $231, and the Berkey Guy will ship your order free of charge. With the purchase of a Berkey Light, the Berkey Guy is also offering a set of fluoride and arsenic filters for only $39.99. That's over 30% off the retail price. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at goberkey.com. That's goberkey.com today.
My dad was 59 when he collapsed from a heart attack late last year. Just this past August was when we spread his ashes on the St. Croix River. I loved my dad, but boy was he stubborn. He hadn't been to the doctor in over 25 years. His excuse? He simply couldn't afford it. He wasn't a rich man by any means. At less than $107 per month, libertyoncall.org would have been the perfect alternative for my father. Don't wait. Go to libertyoncall.org right now, for not just your sake, but for the sake of your loved ones. Again, that's libertyoncall.org.
Are you worried about your mom or dad living alone in their house? Hi, I'm Joan London. Listen, I know how difficult it is to find senior care for someone you love. That's why I recommend a free service called A Place for Mom. They are the nation's largest senior living referral service. Call A Place for Mom today.
To receive free information on senior living communities in your area, call A Place for Mom at 1-800-704-6182.
A Place for Mom offers free one-on-one advice from local advisors and a personalized list of senior living communities you can visit. If you have questions about senior care for your mom or dad, there's a place for answers, A Place for Mom.
Call A Place for Mom in the next 10 minutes to get your free ebook on financing senior care as well as free information on senior living communities in your area. Call 1-800-704-6182. That's 1-800-704-6182.
As the cold and flu season approaches, Silver Lungs is ready to help you and your family through the toughest of the year by supporting your immune system and overall health. From our best-selling colloidal silver generating system to our entire line of silver-based skin gels, nasal sprays, soaps, and silver solutions. Silver solutions remain one of nature's most powerful and least expensive antibacterial agents. Now you can produce your own for pennies a day in the comfort of your home using the breakthrough technology of the Silver Lungs generator. Learn more today at www.silverlungs.com.
Hi, this is Sophie Winnick, longtime distributor and user of Youngevity products. In the last few years, my family went through a crisis. Everything else in my life, including my business, had to be put on the back burner. Thankfully, life is getting back to normal now, but the one thing I never had to worry about was my business and my monthly commission. I've been a distributor for Youngevity for over 17 years, since before it was Youngevity, and I've got to say the most amazing thing about this company is the people. While my family was in crisis, other distributors stepped in and helped my customers, simply because that's what Youngevity people do, even for people they don't know. For me, it has never been about getting rich. It was about a product I could stand behind, a company I could count on, and a monthly commission check that has never not once been late in 17 years. Youngevity is truly a business for everyone, even people who have too much to do. I'm Sophie Winnick. I'm just like you. I have a real life, real ups and downs, but I know I will always have Youngevity.
Owe $10,000 or more to the IRS?
Get on board with the Tax Admiral. Don't pick on the IRS alone. I'll cut penalties and reduce your overall tax bill. Sometimes I can even get it zeroed out completely.
We're an A-rated company helping people clean up their mess with the IRS.
If you owe $10,000 or more, then call the Tax Admiral.
Call 800-287-7180. Again, that's 800-287-7180. 800-287-7180.
What would your life be like if you woke up each morning with new vitality, feeling better than you have in years, and you noticed a difference in your sleeping patterns, blood sugar levels, and had a sense of well-being overall? There's something that is changing thousands of people's lives, and you could be one of them. It's called Heart and Body Extract. Sharon Harris, co-creator of Heart and Body Extract, talks about the positive effects of Heart and Body Extract.
What happens with the formula Heart and Body Extract is it's giving the body the necessary vitamins, minerals, amino acids, enzymes, and phytonutrients so the body will heal itself. And yes, the body does have the ability to balance blood pressure, balance cholesterol, clean and unclog the arteries. It can also work on balancing the circulation for diabetics. So the body is an amazing thing. It simply needs some help so it has the tools to heal itself.
Heart and Body Extract gets results. To order your 2-month supply, call now, toll free at 866-295-5305. Order online at hbextract.com.
We use mobile devices right against our bodies every day, but growing scientific evidence has emerged showing serious health risks associated with exposure to EMF radiation emitted from these devices. The solution is Defender Shield, the most effective mobile radiation shielding ever developed. Defender Shield blocks virtually 100% of EMF radiation from cell phones, tablets, and laptops, and starts at just $64.99. Buy now at DefenderShield.com. For 10% off, use promo code GCN. DefenderShield.com, the worldwide leader in mobile radiation shielding.
As the cold and flu season approaches, Silver Lungs is ready to help you and your family through the toughest of the year by supporting your immune system and overall health. From our best-selling colloidal silver generating system to our entire line of silver-based skin gels, nasal sprays, soaps, and silver solutions. Silver solutions remain one of nature's most powerful and least expensive antibacterial agents. Now you can produce your own for pennies a day in the comfort of your home using the breakthrough technology of the Silver Lungs generator. Learn more today at www.silverlungs.com.
Is negative content or comments on the web affecting your personal or professional reputation? Unfavorable comments, embarrassing pictures, videos, legal documents, and bad tweets can ruin your personal life, your career, or your business. It happens a lot, and it's just not fair. But what can you do? Reputation.com can protect your good name. Get a free consultation now at 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771. Call right now for a free expert reputation analysis. It's easy to squash the unfair attacks with our patented system, and the analysis is absolutely free. Make the best things about you jump out in searches. Protect your personal and professional reputation, your business, and your income. Get your free reputation analysis from Reputation.com right now. Call 800-831-0771. 800-831-0771. 800-831-0771.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.